I'm back again. This is Julie. Welcome to my home life. I previewed that I was going to do a pumpkin bread. Anybody that's still holding on to their pumpkins from their garden or from the previous season, just buying it thinking you're going to use it, making pumpkin bread or pumpkin mousse or pumpkin pie. The season has plumb run out on everybody. It is about time we got to carving these up. I baked my small ones off. They're really small, but they're the bumpy skinned one. I don't really know the name of their type of pumpkin, but it's got that gnarly outside, but they're supposed to be really good for pumpkin bread and pumpkin pie and pumpkin mousse and anything pumpkin in between. Pumpkin pasta even. Anyway, ideas are always in my head. I have whole wheat flour. I have 3.5 cups. I have a reserve cup of white flour in case it's a little too wet. This is my own recipe. I'm not borrowing it from anybody. This kind of, when you've been baking long enough, you just sort of know what's going to work and what's not going to work. I also have added, will be adding tablespoon of honey. Any honey will do. If you have maple syrup, that's also really good. If you have brown sugar melted down, that's fine too. 2 eggs. I have 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. I have a teaspoon of salt, and I have coconut oil. Get a little lubed up before I go. I don't even have to go into the nutritional benefits, but as I go about this, I'm going to tell you a little bit. But it's gonna, people don't buy enough gourd type produce. I don't know why. I love sweet potatoes. I love pumpkins. I love acorn squash. I can go on and on and on with all of the gourds, and they last. It's like you plant them. This is May. These grew last fall. That's pretty incredible. So anyway, I don't have as much water because I'm using the pumpkin puree. Usually with flour, you have flour and water and so forth, but the egg is going to give it some moisture as well. Those are 2 eggs. You could add 3 if you want a little more rise. I already have a pre-greased, buttered loaf pan. I also have nuts here. I wasn't going to add those, but I've decided that I would. I'm sorry if I'm pressing, but the focus was out. I have walnuts. So there's plenty of benefits to walnuts, and don't get enough of those in our diet as well. Not that you want to go overboard on walnuts. They're high in fat, but they're a great antioxidant. They're amazing for taste and for adding to all your baked goods. I suppose that's why we only occasionally cook with nuts, but don't leave it out of your repertoire for cooking, baking, and for just adding to a salad. Like my walnuts. This is about the consistency. It's a denser loaf. You can add a little bit of cream. You can add yogurt to this. You can add cream cheese to this. I had some cream cheese. I don't know why I didn't add it. That sounds awful good because I usually do a cream cheese mousse. get my workout. Make sure you get to the bottom of the bowl. All that flour's hiding. You can use white bread flour or unbleached, you know, regular flour, whatever you want to use. Einkorn combination. That's good. I only add salt, just a touch. It's more of savory sweet than it is. I want it more sweet than savory, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna warm this up. The honey is kind of trapped. And the extra that we're gonna get for moisture is out of our coconut oil, which has health benefits in itself. So as I'm, you know, kind of going through these stages of adding ingredients, it's good to know that pumpkin has all those beautiful B vitamins that we need, B1, B6, B9. Gives you manganese and folate and calcium. I mean, you just cannot. That's good enough. I want to bake it off. I forgot. I put it on for only 30 seconds, but 10 was good enough. And then you have the coconut oil, which, gosh, you just can't say enough about coconut oil. Fights bacteria, you know, reduces hunger, antimicrobial, gives you energy, can reduce seizures. It's like all kinds of amazing benefits from coconut oil. It's good for your hair, it's good for your skin. Kicks it up. Alright, let me add my pumpkin spices. I have nutmeg, a little bit of ginger, pumpkin pie spice. Everybody knows this just kicks it up to the next level. Pumpkin pie spice, I put about a tablespoon in. I know I add extra ginger just because I love ginger. You know, pumpkin pie spice has ginger in it, but I add extra. And what isn't good without adding, what isn't better without adding a little bit of nutmeg? It smells so good, but just a touch. It can be overpowering. Alright, those are our spices. I don't put those out. Again, I am limited in my space and my setup and all of that. So people who need to know the full recipe need to watch the whole video. If they're questioning, wait a minute, that's pumpkin pie spice, but that's pumpkin bread, but she doesn't have any spices out. You gotta watch the whole thing. I think it's a little dense, so I'm going to add a tiny bit of water. Just by eyeballing it. I want it just a tad bit looser than what it was. Alright. Add in my rising. Baking powder will help everything rise. I will add the nuts. I told you I'm a texture sensitive, kind of freaky, I just can't handle a a lot of goo on my hands. It's funny because I do all this baking, right? And cooking. They don't know. Nobody knows. They won't know. What is that thing on Instagram? They're gonna know. They're gonna know. Nobody will know. I try not to make a mess either, but that's chopping the nuts. Walnuts have a great, they're just so good for us. Again, when you're biting into bread, I mean, inside the bread, you really don't want a huge chunk of nut. One or two might be all right, but not throughout. I have a mortar or pestle. I mean, this would be perfect, but I do not. I don't want to add too many so that the structure of the bread isn't still fluffy and holding together nice. Just enough that you get that little crisp bite of nuts in there. I had a cup here, just under, and I won't use the whole thing. If I have anything left over from a full loaf pan, I'll just make little individual cupcakes or put it in a different type of pan and just bake it off. Here we go. I reserved a few extras so that I can put them on top of the bread. Again, everything goes in the kitchen, or goes in the sink. This had gotten hot, and I didn't want to put it in there when it was just blazing hot. Last step is the extra honey. I always put this in last. Like I said, I already put sugar in my pumpkin puree. I already sweetened it, and if I added honey on top of that, and I thought it was already sweet enough, it would have not been necessary to add the honey. Just that extra little bit makes all the difference. I can taste all of that. All right, spices are rinsed and back in the cupboard. All right, just put my towel here. And rinse all my bottles off. Before I put them back, they're back in the cupboard. Dirty dishes are now in the sink. Get a little bit of extra honey out of there. Nobody wants to waste honey. The cost of honey. What is happening in the grocery store? Everybody's going kind of a bit crazy with the stocking up, and you know, the good kind of whole foods that I enjoy, I don't know. I may not be able to get them myself, and I don't have bees. I don't have a homestead. I wish I did. But I don't have a homestead where I can set up a beehive, so harvest my own honey. But I can always hope. So as I said about the different vitamins that we can get out of pumpkin, it's the B vitamins, copper even, folate, calcium, manganese. I mean, it just goes on and on. Health benefits of pumpkin. These are not the best pumpkin for pumpkin bread, but they'll work. It'll work. If you have canned puree, or if you have extra puree, just add it to it. Just slice it up, clean it out. You know, you can baste the outside just with some oil, just so it doesn't burn. Put it on a tray sheet and bake it off. I do mine for about 2.5 hours on low, just 200. Wow, smells amazing. And then you, it's usually you just scoop it out and you just mash it. Awesome. So this is dark and beautiful and rich. I have my pan here, ready to go. Fairly. Hopefully it won't stick. I didn't do the best job. Flouring it. But you get the gist. It'll come out. It always does. It's partially a non-stick pan anyway. My grip is giving. I have to let go. Oh, benefits of old age. Can only hold on so long. Well, doesn't that look like it's going to be rich? Lovely. You can, like I said, use a different kind of flour. If I'm going healthy with this, I'm going to go all the way, so I did the whole wheat. I can add banana to this. Wouldn't that be good on top? And a few slices of banana. I can do that. Just scraping the bowl. Now that I've let my hand stop cramping. There we go. Try not to waste. We all keep bananas in our fridge. I know I do. Just to add to the top. Pumpkin banana bread, why not? It's just that easy when you freeze bananas. You can make a strip down the center, I do that, but sometimes it can make the top really watery in the middle. And you know how a bread, usually if it's not done, it's going to be not done in the middle. So if you put the strip of banana right down the middle, and it already has the hardest time cooking up there in the middle, you don't want to add any extra moisture, which bananas have a tendency to, you know, release, especially out of the freezer, moisture. This just gives it just an extra texture when you bite into it. Is it necessary? I could have mixed the whole banana into the whole batter. That would have been awesome. I make it up as I go along. You should too. Why shouldn't you? Nobody's judging. And if you are, shame on you. Shame on you. Oh no, just decorate it however. A few extra nuts here and there. Just so it looks pretty. Going down. Ah, the oven is set at 350, going strong. Alright, we're gonna bake it off and I'll see you back in. Didn't need the extra flour. And I don't have need for flour. Just put it right back in my mixer because you know I'll be making more bread. So, my holding tank. Thank you for hanging out with me. And per usual, let me get you back up here where you can see me. Per usual, I'm doing my thing in my kitchen. In the tiny kitchen. don't have the best lighting, I don't have the best of everything, but I do care about what I do in my home and how I bake and cook and get on with, life and living and, making special moments. Even if you're alone, you don't neglect yourself, your health, your need to create, your need to be part, your need for, a distraction from the misery of the craziness of the world. I want you to, eat well, and I want you to be well. Okay, so that's what it's about, especially for us upper aged generation. We're holding on with threads, some of us with our health, and we just need to make sure that we're able to go the next round. We're all in that last few chapters, and we got, many years ahead if we take care. All right, so do yourself proud, make your family happy, be part of this new craze out there for the craze has always been there, but I think it's heightened with this new sense of health and awareness and staying engaged in activities that build us up. So good food, home scratch baked food is the best. Even for us older folk, we're not done yet. It's what we remember when we grow up, is meals like this. Let's get back to it. For now, I'm signing off. Jules, in my home life, from my home to yours. Stay blessed. I'm gonna take a quick peek. It smells like fall, but it's May. Good. Alrighty, guys. Jules is back here. Beautiful. See how those bananas just give it that extra, brightness? So important. Let me get my mitt. See if I can't get this out with one hand without smooshing it. Isn't she lovely? Well, doesn't get better than this. Was it worth it? I think it was worth it, guys. It was worth it. Get some pictures, so it's, true. I sometimes I think you guys don't think I think you guys think that I don't actually bake all this stuff or make all this stuff or cook all this stuff, and I do. I really do. Let me close this oven because it's toasty. It's warm today. I think spring has arrived, and we know right behind the spring, within a week or two, it's gonna be just hot. Just real hot. And there it is. Ta-da! Isn't it lovely? I'm happy. I'll turn it around. I am so beat. I'm tired. Like, beyond tired today. Oh, embarrassing. I'll be doing this tomorrow. Following a bug on the wall. I thought I saw the bug in the wall, but anyway. Guess what I'm gonna be doing next? Sneak peek. Are you excited? I'm excited. Here it is. The bread will go here. I'll switch it back around. Just one more beautiful bread, cake, whatever. It's a bread. I mean, it really is a bread. But, you know, see if I can get that flower in the photo. I love it. Love it. What do you think? Was it worth it? Would you guys eat it? If I served this up right now, would you indulge? Would ya? Would ya? Would ya? I'm not going to take it out for a bit yet, so well, that's how I do it. You got a sneak peek. These flowers are gorgeous. Can't get enough. Ooh. Can cool down fast. That's a wrap. Signing off from my life. Thanks for hanging out with me. Be blessed.